Welcome back, fams. This reflects image once again on this video tutorial. I'll be showing you how to do another manipulation. Next time around, it's going to be a little bit extreme, just a little bit extreme, because I'll be bringing in some artistic overlay. Either one or two artistic overlay though. So, in my previous video, I told you guys that not every manipulation, every picture requires an extreme manipulation. Some you just have to smoothen the backdrop, export your image, smoothen the backdrop, retouch your picture, export your image and call it a day. While some you actually need to do some manipulation to make it look extreme. So this picture is an example of what I meant by that. So this picture was taken with Canon 6D. Canon 6D, a 3-light setup, a Godos AD200 Pro as my major light, 2 TT520 flash as the backup light, and in conjunction with 2 beauty dish. And the lens I'm using is a 50mm Canon lens. So that's just my light setup for the picture. And the previous one, I showed you guys that there are actually stains here, and I showed you how to remove these stains. So this was the outfit she was wearing while she was sitting on the floor that stained the backdrop. What I actually did is that this is a seamless backdrop which I actually got. It's very affordable. It's just 20,000 naira. If you want to know where I got mine from, I can actually redirect it to someone who is well reliable. You will get your backdrop in few days, and it's kind of wide also. So it's 5 by 15 if I'm not mistaken, or 7 by 15 or so. It's very wide and it's seamless. So removing blemishes from here very easy, but it gets done easily. So you have to make sure you protect it very well. So that being said, right now, so I also have another fabric backdrop, very cheap, 5,000 naira. So while I noticed that my backdrop has a stain on it, which is the seamless, and the one I also have, which is the paper backdrop, is the same color with it, so I had to place it on the floor on the other backdrop, on the seamless backdrop. So look at how it blended in perfectly. So instead of me to just waste my time cleaning the blemishes from A to Z, so I don't want to stress myself out. That's why I just placed the backdrop. So it's just about creativity. Make sure you just bring your manipulation doesn't start from you bringing it to Photoshop and manipulating everything. It starts from where you took your picture from. So the reason why we are manipulating that picture is because we don't have enough money to get the complete accessories we need when it comes to manipulation. So we just have to bring in a thing or two to achieve the same results those other photographers are even achieving. So that's the goal of manipulation. And look at these 3 pictures over here. I'm just going to export, color grade and export, retouch, color grade and export. I won't be doing any manipulation here because I actually create something, a manipulation, even before I start shooting. So I use 2 ring lights and also a backlight and also a fabric. So it even look manipulated already. So it's let me stressing myself to do that in the post processing, since I have the money to afford that. Actually did that in my studio. I was just playing around that day. So with no further ado, let's jump into action. So these are pictures. This is the picture I'll be using right now. So I'll be dropping it on my Telegram. If you're yet to join my Telegram, kindly do so today. And also it's going to be on my Google Drive also for people that are finding it difficult to download them. So now let's do our basic adjustments now. The exposure, I'll bring it down a little. Exposure a little. My contrast, I'll drag it up. My highlight, I'll bring it down. My white, I'll bring it down. And also my black will remain the way it is. My clarity, I'll increase it. I'll go to my HSL adjustment. My red, I'll bring it up so that the lipstick is going to glow. So my orange, which is my skin tone and the background, I'm going to increase it a little bit. My cyan, which is the cloth she is covering her body with, I'm going to bring it up also. So my luminance, I don't think I have to mention my luminance right now, but under this cyan, let me bring it down a little bit. So before I forget, the reason why our skin is this glossy is because we actually applied a oil on our body, a skin oil. You can use baby oil or whatsoever, so that the light concentration is going to give us a straight line like this. So that's what most people do. You're going to see some straight lines on pictures. It's not that most of them do it with dodge and bone. They actually did it before shooting, so they just apply some oil on it. So the light is going to focus on that area, it's going to concentrate on that area. You're going to reflect the lights back. So you can actually try that out and tell me what you actually get in the results. So we are done with our camera roll now. So I'm going to open my picture in Photoshop. I'll click on open and wait for it to load up. So here's what our picture look like while we brought it into Photoshop. So the first thing we need to do, as you all know, is our retouching. But as you all know, I won't retouch my picture for you. I've actually done that over here. As you can see, I've done the retouching. I'm smoothing the skin, as you can see right now. So I'll be doing that right now because, as you know, I don't drop my manipulation. I don't drop retouch video that often, so it's part of my video course. If you want to know how I do my manipulation and my skin retouching in conjunction with my manipulation, how I achieve this glossy skin, and some tips I use, some tips I'll be giving, I'll be dropping for you to become a good manipulator in no time, stress-free and with cheap material, cheap accessory. So if you want to learn how I do all that, just stay tuned. I'll be dropping my video course very soon. So now let's go back here. The first step we're doing right after our retouching is our background extension. For you to be doing that, I'll click on my crop and make sure it's on 4x5. I know people will be thinking why I do is 4x5. The major reason is that I love posting on Instagram the most, and for Instagram 4x5 is the actual size. If you don't want to use 5x5 pixels, I think 4x5 is okay for you to use. So I'm going to click on OK. I'm going to drag until I'm seeing what I like. So I want to extend the background so that it's going to, my model will be at the middle. There will be more space here also. So I think it's okay around this way. Once I'm done with that, I just have to click on my enter key and click on it. So I'll fill this area up with the backdrop by clicking on my rectangle marker tool, which is over here. I'm going to scroll over this area this way. So zoom in, make sure it's not touching any part of your model. As you can see, it's already touching our foot. So I'm going to shift back a little bit. As you can see, I'll zoom out. Then I'll Ctrl T for free transform. I'll hold down my shift key, then I'll drag here. I'll click on my OK, Ctrl D to deselect. As you can see right now, you can't even tell that I even extend the background, except I tell you. So that being said, right now, I think that's the only area we need to extend. So that's the first step. The next step is for we to remove our model from the backdrop. So for we to do that right now, we just have to duplicate our background layer by clicking on Ctrl J. So we'll click on our quick selection, then our select subject. So if you don't know how to remove the background perfectly, watch the previous video, the one I dropped before this. So I'm going to be showing you the process there. So this one, I've actually removed my model from the backdrop. As you can see right now, here is my model. I've actually removed that. I've retouched the picture and I removed that from the backdrop. So we're done with that. So we are going to proceed to the next step right now. So this is the layer 1, which is the one we actually remove our model from, right? And I've done the needful there also. So we'll go back to our background layer now and click on Ctrl J again. So the layer we created with the one we remove our model from, I'm going to hold down my Ctrl key. I'm going to click on the max. So it's going to return our selection back to us. I'm going to bring the selection back for us. Don't forget, we are still on our background copy right now. So we'll go to our select. Under our select, we're going to modify. Then we'll click on expand. You're going to expand by 8 pixels. Click on your OK. Then you're going to click on delete. So you might not know what you did right now. Turn off the upper and the lower layer. Then you're going to see that you have your model without the backdrop. Sorry, you have your backdrop without the model. And that's what we want to achieve. So then Ctrl D to deselect. So we can now turn this off back right now. Don't forget we are still working on our middle layer, which is our background copy. So still clicking on it, you have to go to your filter. Under filter, you go to blur, then you click on your Gaussian blur. So increase the radius, increase it. I think 49 is okay. Just have to click on my OK. So nobody can actually tell that we used two backdrop here. So it looks seamless, it looks flawless. So that being said, right now, the next thing that we're doing, I just want to add a little bit of glow to the backdrop to make it look as if the light is concentrated at the middle of the backdrop. So I just have to click on my clicker marker tool, I'll click on it. I'll hold down my shift key so that to make the circle perfect. So I'm going to scroll this way. So here's what happens if I don't hold down my shift key. Once I remove my hand of the shift key, so it's going to disfigure the circle for me. So but once I hold down the shift key right now, it's going to make the selection perfect. So once I cycle around this way, so I'll drag to the position I want it to be. I think I want to be around this way. Just have to go to my adjustments. I'll go to my curves. Then I'm going to increase the curve this way. You can decide to leave it this way. This is also perfect the way it is right now. But what I want to add is glow. I don't want to add anything extreme again. So I'll click on the max of it. I'm going to increase the feather to about 400 or so. So here's the before and here is the after. It seems as if there's a light concentrated at the middle of the backdrop. And that's what I want to achieve. So that being said now let's start with our manipulation by bringing in the files we'll be using right now. So in case you're interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my LUT file, so you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin LUTs. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my presets file. So in case you're interested in buying any one, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice. I'll be using 2 overlays, no PNG for now. You guys might be surprised I don't use PNG for the picture, but I have my reasons though, because it was a request. She actually gave me something to replicate for her, and that's what I'm actually doing. So she's a friend, that's why I'm using her picture for my video tutorial, because you guys shouldn't try this because copyright issues. Don't try using your client picture without informing them to do anything publicity, even posting on Instagram. So make sure you pay attention to this, because don't try to be a victim. Don't learn from your own experience, learn from other people's experience. Copyright is real. So no further ado, let's jump back into action. So I'll go to my file manager where my files are located. Then I'll go to where my overlays are. Then I'll search for it. So I'll look for the one I will be using. Where's my first overlay? I'll be using this overlay. I actually used this in the last video I dropped. So I'll drag it to my Photoshop. I'll drag it down to my Photoshop. As you can see, I'm going to expand it until she's sitting perfectly on it. Take around this way is okay. I'll click on my OK. Then I'll change the blend mode from normal. I'll change it down to soft light. Click on my OK. But the issue I'm still facing right now is it actually came with its own color also. So I'll just click on Ctrl U on it. Then under the saturation, I'm going to bring it down. So we've returned back to our initial color and our texture backdrop is still there. So I'll go back to my file manager again, then I'll pick the last one I'll be making use of. So let me see the one I can use. Okay, we can go with this. Shall we go with this? Okay, let's go with this. So I can use this. There's still other one I can use over here also. I can use these also. They are similar in nature. I think I still have 2 others in my other collection also. So let me go with this for now. I'll just drag it down to my Photoshop. I'll drag it down. I'm going to adjust it, Ctrl Z. I'll hold down my shift key, then I'll adjust it this way, I'm going to select it. I'm going to do it this way. I'll click on my OK. I'll go to my move tool. I'm going to drag it around this way. But you guys might be suspecting, what is this guy even doing? Because I'm only selecting it to one side and I need it on the both side. So don't worry about that. What I'll be doing right now, Ctrl J on it again, then Ctrl T for free transform. I'm still going to circle it around back again. Then I'll drag it to this other side also. I'll click on my OK. But the issue I'm facing right now is that it's showing a straight line at the middle, so it's obvious that we did that. So for me to clean that, I'll create a mask on it. I'll pick my brush, make sure it's on black, 100% opacity, and the strength, the hardness at 0%. So I'm going to scroll over it this way. So it's going to remove the line at the middle for us and make it blend in perfectly. That being said, right now I'm going to merge the both together. I'm going to click on the both and merge it together by clicking on Ctrl E. After that, I'll change the blend mode from normal, I'll bring it down to soft light, and boom, automatically it's going to change our image back to bring our shadows back and everything. So, but the issue I'm having right now, I don't like the way it is at the floor, so I want to clean it a little bit from the floor. Then I'll create a mask on it. I'll pick up my gradient tool. Make sure you're using the photography panel so that you'll be able to navigate all the tools I'm using. So I'll pick my gradient tool, I'll make sure the color is on black, and I'll make sure I'm selecting the first selection. Then I'm going to scroll by this way, as you can see right now. And one more thing, it also came with its own color, which I don't want. So I'll click on Ctrl U on it, click on Ctrl U. I'll bring the saturation down, so that I'm going to blend in with the saturation I want it to blend in with. So the manipulation is perfect, but I'm not liking the vibe it's giving me because it's a little bit too overexposed. And I love using dark skin models, and I love a low light image also, and it's not giving me the vibe I want. So I will do my color grading right now. So the color grading is going to give me the final outcome of the picture the way I want it to be. So every step in manipulation, they have their own role to play. If you miss a particular step in manipulation, it's going to miss a particular step also. So now let's start by creating a vintage. We are done with the manipulation for now. So clicking on the uppermost layer of the picture, clicking on it, then go to our clicker marker tool, hold down your shift key, then circle around the model this way. Then invert selection by clicking on Ctrl Shift and I. Go to your adjustment, click on solid color, fill it 100% black, click on your OK, then click on the max, increase the feather to 700, reduce the opacity, bring it down, click on your OK. It's giving me a little bit of the vibe I want it to give me right now, but not that perfect. So as you all know, I love using my Mela chocolate to color grade my picture, but why not try something new by trying another stuff? This time around, I'll be using a gradient map to color grade my picture, and it's going to give me the actual result I actually need. And the color grading gradient is also available for sale. It works mostly for skin tone, but I find some useful for my background manipulation, especially when it comes to low light picture, a dark skin model, and I want it to be saturated, well saturated. So with no further ado, let's jump into that. If you are interested in getting it, just go to my store. There's a link of my store down in the description, so you can go there and get it there. So click on my adjustment layer, then I'll click on my gradient map. I'm going to open it up, then I'll sample the color, and this is the exact color I used in my last manipulation. I'm going to click on it. You might not see the effect right now. What the hell is this guy doing? But as you all know, our manipulation deals with soft light, so let's go back to my panel over here. Then I'll change the blend mode from normal, I'll bring that to soft light, and boom, automatically look at what it gave us. Perfect saturated picture, all the color blended in perfectly nice, and we are good to go. So export your picture this way, call it a day. You have a nice manipulated picture. Or if you want a melanin chocolate skin, let us say you want a melanin skin, this time around we'll be using a gradient map again. We'll be using our color lookup, which are also available for sale. I'll just click on my adjustment layer, I'll click on my color lookup, build 3D lots, then I'll scroll down, pick on my melanin. As you can see, this perfect. This seems like an artwork. I think I need to really frame this picture. So that's just it. If you don't want this, there's also another melon. I think I still have another melon in here. So just go ahead, create, keep creating, trial and error, until you get what you actually need. So that's just it. So that's all it is today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you're interested in getting rid of my picture editing file, my store link is available below. Just go and get them there. See you guys on my next tutorial. One love.